of the senior minister doesn't, amount to anything illegal or suspicious as the minority is claiming, and so he tried to discount all their claims. How does the papers you have capture that?
Well, the Business and Financial Times has a JAPA deal is a novelty, according to Ken Uforiata, and he provides additional income. It provides additional income at almost no cost. And, the financial mechanics of the deal are quite new. This idea of, securitizing royalties so that you bring in revenue that is absolutely not alone. You don't have to pay it back. And you raise it on the front end, as they like to say. You front load the finance, and then you don't have to worry about paying it back in the future. But what you do is that you give up future earnings of the royalties for the benefit of those who have invested. But if you structure it well, everybody should win. That's the concept. Everyone should win, So let's see how the EJAPA debate continues. That's from the Business and Financial Times. Looking through, I can't see any other headlines on EJAPA.
All right, the Ghanaian Times says EJAPA deal is clean, Finance Minister insists. But could it just another story running through almost all the papers, and that's the President's visit to the Volta region.
Yeah, and the Ghanaian Observer talks quite extensively about it. Banner headline: No political or ethnic agenda against Volta region, President Akufo-Addo. The Chronicle says, I'm not a tribalistic president. I've nothing against Voltarians. And I believe that's about it. Also, the president opens 97.184 million euro Keta water works. An important story indeed. New Weekend Crusading Guy says no political or ethnic agenda against Volta region, according to President Akufo-Addo, and he allays fears.
The Finder captures it this way: no ethnic agenda against Volta, ignore the political advantage mischief. And the Daily Statesman says no agenda against Volta region, President Akufo-Addo declares. And this one also from that visit: government to set up a Kente craft village.
So another story making a thread through our papers is this one: Dr. Boom's response to working with Rawlings. This is how the Chronicle captures it, and they go further with their banner headline: Rawlings mute over squeezing of beads balls, but cuts Kwamina Ahoy to size over controversial book. Everybody's talking about this. J.J. Bear's teeth over Ahoy book is in the Ghanaian Observer. The Business and Financial Times steers well clear of it. You can't destroy my wife, says Rawlings. That's the Daily Guide's angle that they are picking, and I suppose that covers it.
Yeah, interestingly, none of the papers I have captures that story on the front page. But we've got other stories to do. Daily Graphic says 2020 Ghana Teacher Prize launched, and Aviation Ministry readies for KIA reopening September 1.
I'll do the Business and Financial Times, and the banner headline this morning: 11,657 formal private sector jobs lost due to COVID-19. That's according to the Employment Ministry. Finally, some statistics, right? COVID-19 throws major spotlight on corporate insolvency. Dr. Adesina, re-elected as president of the African Development Bank Group. And, this is a bit of a warning about COVID-19 splayed across the top of the Business and Financial Times front page. Don't think COVID-19 is gone. Kujo Opon Nkrumah, wear a mask, help stop coronavirus. It's sort of a bit of an infomercial, but I thought it's worth mentioning because it is indeed a valid truth. Olam donates medical supplies to 3 hospitals to support fight against COVID-19. That's on the back page of the Business and Financial Times. And government will help CPC to become more profitable.
And let's move to farming now. The Etua District farmers petition Cocoa Board to clamp down on illegal mining, and MIDA completes 28.3 hectare automated drip irrigation project, we understand, for some cocoa farms. Also this one, the local government minister spoke yesterday and actually scored herself 90% for fulfillment of the NPP's manifesto pledges and promises in their 2016 manifesto.
Under local government.
Under local government,
right.
Yes. And the Finder is taking this angle to that press briefing. Assemblies invest 4.5 billion cedis in 4,686 infrastructure projects. And they're quoting the minister as saying that.
Right. Okay. 90%. That's a high score. Right. Now, the Chronicle has one more story on the front. We sleep on bare floor without clothes. That's healthcare. Without clothes or healthcare. And this is attributed to people who are branded as witches, who I believe are in camps. Now, there's a quote at the bottom which applies to the Rawlings story. I should have mentioned this earlier. Proverbs 3:30. Do not contend with a man for no reason when he has done you no harm.
Quickly, before you come in with the online review, Winston, this is captured on the front page of the Daily Statesman. Electricity tariffs to reduce further. And this is coming from the MPP's 2020 manifesto.
Okay, Daily Guide to wrap it up. Takrady girls kidnappers trial starts. Mahama pokes Nana at Menshia. Okay. Pokes Nana. Zongo Guru Lords Baumia impact. Another Ijapa story. Ijapa benefits great for Ghana. And on the back, some sports. Keep supporting Kotoko. Boycott Congress if. Really?
Fabulous.
Okay. COVID-19 strikes Pogba. Oh dear. And PSG monitors Messi situation.
All right, so let's get into the online news review. But Kojo, Asante Kotoko is Africa's team of the 20th century, just by way of information.
Is that so?
Yes, that's Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Real Madrid European club of the last century.
I thought it was
Asante Kotoko.
I thought it was Cape Coast Sebusian Dwarfs, but I'll let you have your fantasies.
Please. We're talking about Kotoko. Anyway, the online news review is brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goil Good Energy, Africa's club of the last century. But you know, going cashless has never been this convenient and exciting. You're comparing the porcupine to a dwarf. Goil e-payment system is not
exactly.
Well, Goil e-payment system is
to a dwarf.
Young man.
Exactly.
Young man.
Yes, sir.
Be careful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My honorable friend.
Honorable member, don't do that. Because Goil e-payment system is now compatible with GH-Link, the national payment platform. Now you can use your GH-Link card on Goil POS machine to purchase fuel. GH-Link card offers additional payment option for fuel purchases at Goil stations in addition to the Go card. And every fuel purchase is recorded automatically on your monthly bank statement, helping cardholders track and manage their expenses. So go ahead and use your GH-Link card to buy fuel and all lubricants from any of Goil's over 400 stations across Ghana. Go cashless, protect yourself, and stick to all COVID-19 protocols in these times. Goil, Good Energy, Goil, ENRA, ENZ. So my journal line says, I don't like what I'm seeing in Ghana. Nuno Mensah justifies defection to Ghana Union Movement. Okay, former Chief of Defense Staff, former National Security Advisor, Major General Nuno Mensah. And we deploy the military to seal borders, not towns, Ghana Armed Forces. Another online story, CNN.com says, Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe to resign for health reasons, and Jacob Blake is handcuffed to his hospital bed, family says, and the sun.co.uk corona flight, dramatic moment, coronavirus hidden passenger is dragged off Ryanair flight after text saying he's positive. Okay, and Premier League plunged into crisis as Pogba and Ndombele test positive for COVID-19, and Chelsea is self-isolate. So that's in the mirror.co.uk. Donald Trump slams China virus in nomination speech as crowd ignores distancing.
That speech was amusing.
Donald Trump. The man spoke
Does
on every
Donald
night.
Trump ever say anything that's not amusing?
Well, sometimes it's not amusing, sometimes it's...
Well, some way, somehow, in a presentation, something he says,
Yeah. It's always remarkable. Let's put it that way. He's always remarkable.
He has a way of staying relevant, sometimes for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
In your
Always remarkable. Honestly.
Anyway, guys, let's get into the details. But of course, this morning I'm asking a very simple question. I'm just asking you, who wins Artist of the Year? Over the weekend, as we bring you VGMA 2020. Who wins Artist of the Year? Join us and share your thoughts with us on Twitter using the hashtag JoySMS. Would it be Sarkodie? Would it be Kwame Eugene? Would it be Medical? Or maybe Team Move Kofi Kinata?
Would
Would it be Diana Hamilton, Kofi Kenyatta. Anyway.
Okay, so guys, let me bring this story on page 25 of the Daily Graphic, and this story is a reflection of a sad reality. Supervisor of children's home caught pants down. Supervisor of a children's home in Tamale, Miss Maulom Aflete, is in the grip of the police for allegedly stealing some food items belonging to the home. And Kojo, the reason I'm sharing this story is because I think as a people, we need to begin to ask ourselves, do we really care about the vulnerable, or we pretend to? I'm asking this because this doesn't only happen in children's homes, guys. It happens in boarding houses. It happens in the prisons. People go to donate food items, and unfortunately you hear that officers are sharing them. Quite recently, I remember that some matrons of schools were arrested for carrying food. These are children who are in school, many of them, and let's be frank, who are eating meals that, they may not eat ever but for boarding school. So they come, they are assured of quality food, and then you have people stealing the food items, and sometimes you go to schools and students get one ladle of rice. Just one ladle of rice.
Here are some of the things that we value more than the vulnerable: money, food, politics, football, religion, dead bodies. All of these things come in our estimations before the vulnerable. I don't know if it's just a Ghanaian thing, but I don't care about other countries. This is my country, and I certainly wish we would pay a bit more attention to those who need our help the most.
Yeah.
That is the measure of our character. It's this, look, children get defiled, and people overlook it. People can
want to solve it at home.
Want to solve it at home with a few fingers of plantain. You got vulnerable people sleeping on the floor, and people come and donate, and then you, the more fortunate, who are supposed to look after and protect the vulnerable, you take it for yourself.
But the good thing in this story is that she was actually arrested by residents. They actually monitored her movement and informed the police about this. So that's the good side to the story.
Yeah.
Exactly what this means, that there are some Ghanaians who have good attitudes.
Definitely.
But actually raises questions, about our attitudes as a people. Okay, so here you are in a children's home, expected to do the right thing, and what you do is to be stealing food meant for these children. We definitely will get into this conversation later on here on the Super Morning Show. But it's not time for BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. But first, some few messages from our friends.